Our top story today: Israel has opened a so-called temporary route for residents to flee Gaza City, even as its troops and tanks push deeper into the city in one of the most intense ground offensives so far. The humanitarian situation has reached breaking point. Israel announced on Wednesday that it is opening a temporary transportation route via Salah al-Din Street. This road will be open for 48 hours only, according to Israeli military spokesperson Avichay. A second coastal route will be available for just 2 hours. This comes as Israel intensifies its full-scale invasion of Gaza City following days of heavy bombardment. On Tuesday, Israel forces began their long-threatened ground assault on Gaza City. Tanks and remote-controlled armored cars packed with explosives entered the city streets. The Israeli military has said the offensive could last several months, marking the first time Israel has given a timeline for its operation. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated the goal are to defeat the enemy and evacuate the population. Notably, he did not mention the freeing of Israeli hostages, a war aim that has been repeatedly highlighted in the past. This has sparked anger among hostages' families who protested outside Netanyahu's residence in Jerusalem, accusing him of abandoning their loved ones. UN Secretary General António said Israel has no real interest in peace and is not open to serious negotiation for a ceasefire. The European Union's foreign policy chief, Kaja Kallas, warned the offensive will bring more death, more destruction, and more displacement. She revealed that the European Commission will present a plan to pressure Israel to change course. The Gaza Health Ministry reported on Tuesday that in just 24 hours, 59 Palestinians were killed. 386 were injured. This brings the official Palestinian toll after nearly 2 years of war to almost 65,000 dead, over 165,000 wounded. Thousands more are believed trapped under rubble. Meanwhile, Israel continues to cite the October 7, 2023 attacks when 1,139 Israelis were killed, about 200 taken hostages, as justification for its war. Displaced Palestinians described the horror.Hamdy. Abu Tabq, a 63-year-old man, says he has been displaced 7 times since the war began. He fled from Jabalia and now from Gaza City. He lost most of his belongings and says this is a war against people, against children, against women. On Wednesday alone, 37 Palestinians were killed, including 24 in Gaza City. In non-stop Israel attacks, residents report dozens of homes destroyed. Naval boats joining tanks and jets in bombardment, families spending 13 hours on the road just to reach the south due to overcrowding. A journalist in central Gaza described the situation as humanitarian calamity with no safe exits. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, has sounded the alarm. It says Palestinians are living through exponential fear with bombardments intensifying every hour. UNRWA has not been allowed to deliver aid for months due to Israel's blockade. It is demanding that the siege be lifted immediately. Iran executed a man named Babak Shahbazi, convicted of spying for Israel's Mossad since 2022. Despite boycotts by some European nations, Australia's SBS broadcaster confirmed it will participate even if Israel is included. 20 prominent authors, including Sally Rooney, urged French President Macron to restart a lifeline evacuation program for Palestinian writers, artists, and students. Israel barred 2 British Labour MPs from entering the West Bank, citing security concerns. Critics say Israel is trying to hide the reality of occupation. Emir Sheikh Tamim visited Jordan after hosting an emergency Arab Islamic summit that condemned Israel's attack on Doha. Earlier this month, the Gulf Cooperation Council pledged to activate a joint defense mechanism. The situation in Gaza is worsening by the hour, with Israel's ground invasion expected to last for months and international condemnation growing. The humanitarian cost is rising sharply. The UN calls it a calamity. Palestine calls it as a war against family, and Israel insists it must go on. We will continue tracking this developing crisis. Keep watching KATV India.